Elite Realty Group. So we're here, we're talking real estate, but today we're going to flip it up on you a little bit, okay? We're going to give you a little bit of outside the box information today.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about, speaking of lifestyles, we're going to give you 4 simple lifestyle changes that could potentially save you some money. All right, we're all about. We've talked to a long time talked about money a lot of times on the show,
right?
But we've never really gave you some little tips and tricks to save it.
Right.
We've told you things that maybe you can do with your house to save it, but this is literally lifestyle. What we're going to talk to you about today is a little subtle lifestyle changes that you could do that could potentially every month, every week, every year save you some money, all right? So we want to know your thoughts on these too. If you have any as we're talking, make sure you put those in there. But we want to hear your thoughts on this also. Again, venturing outside of the real estate talk here for today, right? Try to just give you some good life information. We thought, hey, that would be a good switch up today. So here we go, all right? 4 simple little changes, lifestyle changes, that could potentially save you some money. You want me to go first? You want to go first?
Go ahead. You're always
all right, here we go. It's going to go along with our poll question for the day, all right? Or would you rather?
Okay.
Well, so when I started putting this together, this is where I thought, all right? I'm thinking, eating out, eating in, expenses, all of those things. But again, a little simple change you could make in your life, a lifestyle change that you could make that would save you, I know it would in my house, that would save you some money every month is to begin preparing your own meals.
Right.
Stop the eating out.
Yeah.
Like totally. You mentioned a while ago in the thing about the cost. Are we going to talk about that? Well, sometimes just the fact of the matter is you can prepare meals for less than you can go out and eat them because you're paying someone out there to prepare your meals. Right. So you look at that and you say, all right, what could I prepare my own meal for versus going out and eating it? There's probably a money savings factor there. Now, if you're like most people, a lot of people, the statistics are, if you look, most people eat out at least one time a day. Mm-hmm. Everybody, think about that.
Right.
So if you could save that one meal a day of eating out, if you go cheap and say $5, I say $5.
Right.
In a week's time, that's $35 a week that you would save by not eating out.
Right.
That over 52 weeks, you want to do that math?
No.
I didn't think you did.
Okay, over 52 weeks.
52 weeks, $35. It's about $1,600, $1,700 a year. You would save little lifestyle change by not eating out, preparing your meal, taking your lunch. Instead of grabbing that burrito late at night, grab you something that you've already spent money on. Right. Those kind of things. So again, we're talking today 4 little simple changes, lifestyle changes that you could look at and you could save yourself some money. The first one that we talked about again is preparing your own foods. Now, there is a debate that's out there, all right? And I don't know that I subscribe to this, but I would be interested to hear from the nation. There are the debate that's out there that says you can eat out for less than you can.
I was going to say, I guess it depends on what you're eating.
Right.
I mean, that's a big topic of it. If I go to the grocery store and buy nothing but fillets and baked potatoes and all that stuff, now I can make that at home a whole lot cheaper than I can go to Longhorns and order that.
Right.
But if that's not what I'm eating out, if I'm trading fillets for the dollar menu at McDonald's, you could probably argue that point.
Well, you definitely could.
It just depends on what you're eating.
There's no doubt about it.
Depends
That's
on what
why
you're
I said that's an interesting topic.
Even at that, all these places, a lot of times, well, I mean, I don't guess if they do, I don't know about it. They probably got some kind of rewards program, but all these fast food places send you like 1 million coupons in the mail. Right. They suck you into going there because they're like, I'm going to give you an order of French fries if you stop and buy a $6 hamburger. And you're like, I'm getting free fries.
Yeah, so let's go there.
Yeah, let's go there. So it depends on how it's all set up. Right. But yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, it really does do that. So again, talking today, 4 little simple, subtle lifestyle changes that you can do that could save you some money. Again, first one we talked about was preparing your own food, meaning fix it versus buying it. All right. But I do think if you would compare literally apples to apples.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to be able to prepare that less than you're going to be able to go out and buy it for someone else to prepare it for you because you are paying for their services. Right. You're paying for them to sit in their restaurant, all of those things. Right. So that's number 1. What do you got for number 2?
Michael Peterson says lunch next week, LOL.
Yeah, that's what we've been saying for a month now.
Yeah.
So again, maybe Michael, he'll buy my lunch this time. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to make him buy my lunch.
Yeah, put him on the spot. Call him out here
on national television. 10,000 people watching. Are you going to buy my lunch?
Right.
just kidding. Just kidding.
Oh, so my turn. All right.
Yeah.
So
I got preparing the meal.
Okay, so mine is I've got something else down here, but I'm going to change to what I said.
Okay,
I'm
gotcha.
going to say quit trying to keep up with the Joneses.
Right.
Everybody knows what that saying is.
Sure, absolutely.
Okay, so everybody's got those friends.
Sure.
That spend a little bit of money when you go. You want to go out and eat, and everybody lives you got this. We're talking about eating again, but you got somebody who leaves a $20 tip, and then they guilt you into leaving a $20 tip as well.
Yeah.
Or you go to places to eat that you really can't afford to go eat.
I like it.
Or
man.
you go do stuff that you really can't afford to do, but your friends are doing it.
Right.
So you kind of get that peer pressure where you got to kind of keep up with it.
I'm with you on that, man.
So
that's a good one.
Yeah, I mean that's a good one, and that happens.
Right.
That happens. Like I said, you can still enjoy yourself if you want to do a weekend getaway or whatever, but you might not have to go stay in a 5-star hotel. Go stay in a 3,
right?
And take you some wet wipes to clean it. You know what I mean? I'm saying you can do stuff. Still have a good time that you don't have to go out and spend everything you got in order just to keep up with what everybody else is doing.
Yeah, and I heard this saying one time, and I think it holds a lot of weight. But we're always as a society, comparing everything. Like literally we're comparing ourselves constantly, whether it's people in our professions, again, whether it's just people that we know, our friends, but we're always comparing. Right. We're always trying to say, well, if they do it, I'm going to do it. Or what normally happens is a lot of times I want to outdo someone else.
Right.
So when you look at that and you're talking about these things, how could you save a little money? Be you.
Be you, yeah.
I mean, that's what you really need to look at is be you.
Right.
It's your life, it's your families, it's your things that you do. And you know what? When you get the attitude of, I don't have to answer to nobody else.
Right.
If I want to go on vacation and I don't want to do anything.
Right.
Or I want to take time off work instead of going on this big illustrious resort and all these things. Right. I'm going to lay in the bed at the house.
Right.
You know what I mean? If that's what you want to do, live your life.
Right. And again,
don't worry about because everybody else is doing it. Oh, I got to do it too.
Well, yeah.
That could save you some cash.
Goes back to the old saying, you got to live below your means. Is that right? Is that what they say?
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree. I totally agree with it. But again, keeping up, trying to keep up.
You try that. I mean, that happens. And everybody knows it. Everybody's had those times where they've thought we're going to go hang out with some friends or whatever, and before you know it, you're like, man, we spent way too much money.
Absolutely. That's what
when you get back home, you think, man, we spent way too much money.
Just trying to keep up.
Just trying to
keep up with somebody else's perception of you.
Be you.
Don't do that.
Stay comfortable with you.
That's right. I tell people all the time, you need to be you. Because people are going to meet you anyways. Right? You can put on a front, you can put on a fad, you can be this, you can be that, but people are going to eventually meet the real you anyway. So there's no need to put on a fake. How we got off on that, I have no idea.
I said keeping up with the Joneses.
Yeah, because we're talking today about 4 simple little changes in your life that could potentially save you some money. The first one was preparing your own food. Second one was don't be trying to keep up with the Jones. Don't be trying to keep up with everybody else. Be you. You got anything else on that one? Mm-mm. Here's the third one. All right, here's the third one. Is making use of, you mentioned this earlier, okay, about coupons and deals and services, but making use of those services. Whether that be coupon cutting, whether that be, again, happy hours at restaurants, not just for the bar and the drinking part, but I'm saying you'll have, the shopping places, the food cities, and they'll have the midnight madnesses, and those kind of things where literally you can buy stuff cheaper. If you go do it at those times, you can take the opportunity and the time to get some coupons, get those kind of things, and it slow down and save you money every single month. That is what can happen to you. But so again, use those to your advantage. Use those coupons. You make use of the deals and the services that people are already giving out there. That is literally, you got to buy it at this time to get it.
Yeah, it's going to take a little work on your part.
Well, sure.
I mean, they're not just going to give you the deal anytime you walk up, but I mean, like you said, there is deals.
That's right.
So take advantage of those. That's why they give them to you, is so that you'll take advantage of them. So do that. I mean, like these coupon people. Man, I mean, those people are just phenomenal.
There's no doubt. There is no doubt.
Honestly, I hate to get behind them in a line somewhere, but man, when you see the stuff that they ring up and they get $4 back, you're like, wow. But I hate to be behind them in line.
You look at that though and say that's a great point because it goes right along with, I believe, what we're talking about. is you say that, okay, that's $4. I'd say $4.
Well,
I ain't cutting it for $4. Right. I'm not going to do those things for $4. I'm not going to waste my time. But again, how many times you go to the grocery store that you could save $4?
Oh, I know.
How many times is there a sale here or there that you could do that versus something else and you could save that money? Now, that's when those $4 start adding up. 4 turns into 8 and 8 turns into 16.
Right.
Here we go. Now you're saving money.
Right.
4 little subtle things. Don't go change your whole life.
Right.
Don't go change everything that you do every single day to try to save a little bit, but a little subtle thing that could save you money, because this is what I say. $4 is as good in my pocket as it is anybody else's.
Absolutely, yeah.
Whether it's whatever,
Right.
I don't care.
Right.
It's as good in mine as it is anybody else's.
I had a person's house listed one time, and they was one of those coupon people.
Right.
And so they had like a room full of like laundry detergent, and so the lady was telling me like she went and bought like 3 big things of Gain laundry detergent, a big all kind of toilet paper, paper towels, and all this other stuff, and they actually gave her money.
Sure.
Like she got all that stuff,
Right.
and they
And
gave
got
her money.
Yeah.
So again, I mean that's
Smarter than I am.
those people. Yeah, those people.
But the possibility is there, right? The possibility is there. If you just come in the room, we got one more point. We're talking today about 4 little lifestyle changes that you can make that could potentially save you some money. These are not know-all, end-alls. Of course, we just thought we would change it up a little bit. Talk something outside of real estate, ways you could save money. Hey, who's not wanting to save a little bit of money? That's what we say.
So we got.
If you've just come in,
Yeah, there you go.
make sure that you are playing along. We got a contest going on today. We're giving away an Elite Realty Group prize pack, all right? We're giving away a T-shirt.
One's this shirt.
Yeah.
It will be in your size. It's not a
Yes,
child
I pulled the smallest one out. Again, we're giving away a T-shirt and a $25 Visa gift card. No matter where you're watching us around the world, even if you're not local, we'll ship that to you should you win. But everybody that likes the video, shares the video, invites friends to the video, and tags one person in the comments and then writes done. That way we know you did it. Nicole's monitoring that feed. She'll write your name down. She'll put your name in the box, in the hat, in the cup, whatever, and we're going to draw out a winner right here in just a few minutes. But we're talking about 4 little subtle lifestyle changes that can save you some money. We went through the first 3. Now we finish up with number 4. What do you got for number 4?
Mine kind of goes along with what I said a little bit earlier. I got a frog in my throat or something there. But, so earlier I said keeping up with the Joneses. Don't try to keep up with the Joneses.
Right.
This next one I'm going to say is try to do hobbies. Everybody's got hobbies.
Sure.
But try to find you some hobbies that you enjoy that don't cost you an arm and a leg. Okay? I mean, again, I'm guilty here because I like to fish.
I
do like to golf.
Here we go.
Those things are expensive things to do.
Yes.
They can be. I mean,
Right.
Fishing don't have to be
Sure.
an expensive thing to do, but golf is an expensive thing to do.
Right.
So I'm not saying that, again, that you have to give up those things or whatever. You
Right.
can still do those. But again, a lot of times you'll go play golf 3 times a week because of the friends that you're hanging out with
Sure.
are playing golf. You can't really afford to play golf 3 times a week, but you can also find things that you like to do to just because again, a lot of it is just because you want to interact with people.
Right.
So it's the
Right.
it's the people.
It's a fellowship.
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of thing,
It's
you
that
know
kind
what
of
I mean?
interaction that you're looking for, anyways.
Right.
You're just wanting conversation and friends. You can find things to do. Like I heard Mom talking about, she's joining a book club.
Right.
Now I'm not really a reader,
Mhm.
but they're all getting the same book. They're going to they're going to read a chapter of it. They're going to have a little get together over a dinner or something.
Right.
Meet at the library, whatever, discuss
Right.
what they think. So again, you're going to get the same people interaction. You're going to have $2 for the cost of the book or whatever
Sure.
the book cost you.
Absolutely.
And you're still going to get the same kind of interaction that you'd get if you went and paid $46 to play 18 holes of golf
I
with
agree.
one dude.
I agree.
So there's things you can do. I'm not sure about this, but I guess you got to make the initial investment. But like disc golf, that's a big thing around here.
Mhm. Oh,
I don't
yeah.
guess you got to pay to go play disc
I
golf.
have no idea.
Not that I'm aware of.
Right.
I think that's free. You
Yeah.
just got to buy your little frisbee or whatever.
Right.
If you got one, you
Throw
can
that
go use
thing,
it.
man.
But again, there is hobbies that you can do that ain't going to cost you a fortune to do it.
Right.
And that way you don't have to sit at the house the whole time.
Right. But again, you know, so many things. You could go on, and we could talk a whole lot about different things you could do in your life to save a little bit of money, put a little bit back, Do those kind of things. Save that. Again, it's as good for you as it is for anybody else. You don't want to, again, go totally change and rearrange your whole life around to be able to do this. If you're okay with it, roll with it, man.
Right.
Do those things. But if you're like most Americans, all right, you're looking for ways that you can cut costs, ways that you can save, things that you can do. We talked last week on the show about building your wealth through real estate. This right here is a way to build wealth, and you don't have to go buy a house. You don't have to get a loan. You don't have to make an investment in a CD or the stock market or this or that. You can just make some little changes in your own life and change around some things you do and begin investing in yourself.
Right.
Begin investing in you, saving that money, doing those things for yourself. Again, today we've been talking about...
Rose says camping.
I agree.
That's the thing you can do.
I agree 100%.
Right.
Again, as I said, good answer. There are a lot of things, man. If you really just stop for a minute and think about it, there's a lot of things that you could do. Little subtle things that could change your life, that could help you to be able to save those money. So that is our...
And we're even going to tell you about some here in a little bit when we talk about local area.
That's exactly right. 4 simple lifestyle changes to save you a little bit of money, put a little bit more money in your pocket at the end of the month versus looking up in the air and going, where did all my money go?
Again, like you said, is that not everybody's goal?
Absolutely. I think it is.
Yeah.